My name is Andy Strangeway. I'm Graham Baverstock's advocate, and Graham has asked me to come to see him today to do a video recording. Graham, you was released from hospital in October 2018. Since then, what care have East Riding Council provided you with?
Well, Andy, so far they provide me no care. They come up with more lies, more deception, more fraud. They have driven my health even further down the line than it was. Right? They know that I'm in heart failure and stroke failure. They are continue to manipulate my care needs to suit themselves. Since October of 2018, I've not been to bed once, and in that time I've had one bath in 8.5 months. The council keep talking to me about my care, and every time I try to offer an olive branch to move forward, they then corrupt the assessment or corrupt the hours of care to suit themselves. When you ask them questions, they fail to answer any questions. They just get the police and the mental health to do their dirty work for them. There is no accountability from Lee Thompson, Head of Adult Social Services, or Caroline Lacey, where she says everyone matters but nobody does matter. And all the time my health continues to fail. I've had a few more little transient strokes since then. If it wasn't for my good neighbours around me and my friends, I reckon I would have been dead by now. The mental health have supported me no end, but obviously they've stated many times I'm not mental, which I know that, but the council continue to go down this route. What it is that until the council return my care that was stolen off me, I find it's going to be very difficult for us to go anywhere forward.
Could I just ask I'm presuming it is an obvious question. Please correct me if I'm wrong. East Riding Council must have a legal duty to carry out a care assessment, and would that have to be in your home, Graham?
It would have to be in my home. The council said that they've done an assessment by telephone, and yet the legal people say they'll do a proper assessment, whether it's independent or not. But it hasn't been carried out in my home. And basically, I can't see how East Riding Council are ever going to do a fair care assessment of my needs when they've already pre-decided what care I'm going to get before we've done the assessment.
To move this situation forward, Graham, let's look at an hypothetical situation. I think the impasse with East Riding Council, you've obviously got no trust in the social workers at East Riding Council, which everybody would understand. Now, if they were to provide a list of independent assessment officers, and they actually, as they said, whatever this officer, the outcome of his report on you was, would you agree to say, right, there is a list of 6, Graham, which one would you like to come and do your assessment in your home with your advocate? Would you be agreeable to that?
Of course I will. But I can't let East Riding Council just manipulate and pluck hours out of the air like they are doing. Right? They've got total disregard for my rights, my legal rights. They're trying to bully me into submission. Even today, they're getting the police to do a welfare check on me, right? Which takes away their responsibility. Everybody is responsible for me other than the council. And the council don't realise it's the council that's causing all this stress and all this upset and all this trauma, right? And all the time they don't realise that what they're doing to me is making my health even worse. They know I'm in heart failure, they know I'm dying, they know I'm in stroke failure, they know I'm dying, they know I'm in COPD failure, they know I'm dying. And all the time, the social workers just manipulating me left, right and centre.
When I just came to your home, Graham, about 20 minutes ago, you was on the phone to somebody called Lynn Froud, an East Riding officer. Her conduct was absolutely appalling. She was, I would describe her conduct as intimidation, bullying and highly unprofessional. And all you were suggesting to her is how many hours you need per day, which seemed reasonable, and obviously so much social hours per week. Why is she so aggressive towards you?
Because she will not accept what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to give the council an olive branch in how we can overcome the difficulties that they've created by digging a hole, by cheating me out of my care, by manipulating, lying to councillors, lying to anybody, right? And the police have seen the evidence, right? Everybody's seen the evidence, even new councillors have seen the evidence, and they are appalled and disgusted at the way the council's behaving, right? I've offered a chance for East Riding Council as a starting point, a minimum starting point, to offer them a basic care package, right, that we can put in the home and then progress that into a full assessment, right, as a starting point. The council, every time I suggest something, they come up with different figures. They've had from last October, right, or in December 2017, for example, 7th of December, they said 37 hours the social workers still are needed. 13 days later, 20th of December, they say it's 14 hours. 20th of December, 7 hours later, it's now 21 hours. In 2018, it's 14 hours. In October 2018, it's 19 hours. Now they've come up with 30 hours. But when I said to them, for example, tell me how I go from a care package of 46,000 a year to 6 hours a week, they can't answer. When I ask them how much it would cost for me to be residential care per week, they refuse to answer. Like when I ask them I said when Lee Thompson stated in his letter that there's misunderstandings and inconsistencies, and I ask him to explain what they are, he refuses to answer. Right.
In about 10 minutes, Graham, you've invited Councillor Tim Norman and Councillor Andy Walker, Yorkshire Party councillors which represent your ward in Bridlington. I believe it would be reasonable if you was to ask them to organise a meeting between yourself, myself there as your advocate, them two present, and officers for East Riding to have a meeting in Beverley to move this situation forward. Would you be very happy for them to do this?
Yes, I'm happy for anybody to try and intervene into how we can get some basis for moving forward. But the point is, what I'm trying to say to members of the public, and it's taxpayers' money, how somebody can go from £46,000 a year of living care, and it's admitted in a report of 2011 there was only two options for giving me my care. A care package costing £46,000 a year, or going into residential care, which would cost a lot more, but the strategic development manager at the time said those were the only two options. The council have just manipulated all and sundry, manipulating what they want when it suits them. And to be quite honest, Andy, right, the police have made a complaint to the police. I'm waiting for them to take the evidence, but there is corruption and there is fraud and deception within East Riding Council. They are failing to get the grasp. All I'm asking them to do, admit there's fault. Let's put that behind us. Let's move on for the future with my care. Now they're saying to me that there's equipment that could help stop my heart failure or heart stroke failure. They are talking rubbish. And the conversation with Lynn Fowle today, I'm trying to assert my position, saying, look, I'm trying to give you a position where you've got something to work on, and all she's doing is ignoring everything I say, over talking me. She's incompetent. And that's what the problem is with the council. They're incompetent. They don't know how to resolve an issue that they created and dug for in the first place.